Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the AWS cloud. So AWS is Amazon Web Service and it is a major cloud provider in the market and it is most widely used cloud provider. So let's start with the introduction. Amazon Web Service is the most widely used cloud provider in the market and why it is most popular is it provides various benefits. So first is the pay-as-you-go model. In the AWS cloud, you only pay for the resources which you use. For example, you have provision one EC2 instances, a virtual machine in the AWS cloud, and you don't need it now. So you can stop it. And if you have used it for only 1 hour, so you will pay for only 1 hour. And like if you have deployed any application in the AWS cloud and on the weekend there is no use of the application, then you can stop your virtual machine on the weekend. So this will helps in reducing the cost. So this makes it cost effective and easy to use. You pay only for the resource which you use and there is no upfront hardware cost. Next is the scalability and flexibility. So, as we told that you can stop the virtual machine, you can scale it up or down. You can increase the number of virtual machine instances, or you can increase the CPU memory, use CPU memory in a virtual machine, or storage capacity, disk capacity you can change. So these things make it scalable and flexible. According to your traffic or demand, you can increase the number of virtual machines. This make it more scalable and flexible. Next is secure and reliable. There is end-to-end encryption in the AWS cloud. If you store any if you use the S3 bucket and store your data, that is encrypted. So AWS makes sure that data is encrypted in transit or in rest. You can use server-side encryption to make it secure. And security is the shared responsibility between the AWS and the client. AWS makes sure that the hardware is secured, data center is secured, virtualization is secured. But if you have deployed your infrastructure, you are also responsible for to make your application infrastructure secure. You have to make sure that updated patches are applied in the virtual machine and you are using the identity and access management properly to make sure that to avoid any unauthorized access or unnecessary access to the users. And you should use the firewalls to make your application more secure. So, and also we have the VPC, Private Cloud, which makes the AWS cloud secure to restrict the unnecessary traffic from the. Next is the global infrastructure. In the AWS, they have the 100 plus availability zone and 30 plus geographic regions across the world. So this make it global. So with the help of global infrastructure, you can provision your virtual machine in any data center all over the world, and this helps in reducing the latency for the users because as per the user location, you can run your application. So this will increase the application performance and reduce the latency. So next is let's discuss about AWS Compute. This is the main resource provided by the AWS EC2 instances, Elastic Compute Cloud. This provides secure, resizable compute capacity in the cloud as Amazon EC2 instances. So you can, it is secure and you can increase or decrease the size of virtual machine, CPU or memory as per your requirement. And you pay only for the resource which you use. So traditionally, what we used to do is if we want to deploy an application in a virtual machine, we had to spend money. There was upfront cost. So before using it, we used to buy the servers and then we wait for the weeks for delivery of the server. Then we used to install or configure our server. Then we were using those servers. So this was painful. There were more tasks to do. There were more operational costs. And if you don't need the server, there was no option to reduce the cost. Okay, but now with the help of AWS, they provide the infrastructure on rent. You pay only for the resource which you use. So if you need any virtual machine, you can go to AWS console and with the click of few buttons, within 2-3 minutes, you can provision your virtual machine and then you can deploy your application. You don't need to wait for weeks. So this will speed your delivery time. You can also increase the number of virtual machine with the console. With the click of few buttons, you can increase the number of virtual machine as per your requirement. And if there is high CPU or memory is allocated to your virtual machine and you are not using it, so you can reduce the CPU or memory usage. And if in case your application needs more CPU or memory, you can increase it. So this is very easy to scale up or scale down the virtual machine in the AWS cloud. So you can stop it when you are not using it and you pay only for the compute time you use it. So this helps in saving the cost and you only for pay only for the server capacity that you need. So that is why it is widely used in today's world. AWS cloud or Azure cloud. These are cloud providers. This helps in increasing the delivery time. It is very uh, cost effective because main thing is cost. You need to reduce the cost, and these things very helpful in reducing the cost. Next is the AWS EC2 instances type. So AWS provide various types of EC2 instances. First is the general purpose instances. This is widely used. This provides balance of compute memory and networking resources and basically used for application servers, backend servers, or small to medium data. Next is the compute optimized instances. This is ideal for compute bound application that needs more CPU for high performance web servers or database. We can use the compute optimized instances for batch processing. Third is the compute optimized instances. These are basically used for to run the heavy memory workload that requires pre-load large data set before processing them. So for those, we use the memory optimized instances. This is used for high performance database or big data analytics. We can use memory optimized instances. Next is the accelerated computing instances. This is a specialized hardware space accelerator. It will boost the performance where regular CPU might struggle. These are basically used for graphic processing or floating point number calculations, which requires more CPUs. This that can accelerate the CPU. So for those, we use the accelerated computing instances. And next one is the storage optimized instances. These are basically used that requires high IOPS input output operation, which requires more read write operations. In that case, you can use the I storage optimized instances. For example, for data warehouse or OLTP online transaction processing systems. So these are all types of EC2 instances type. Next is the EC2 pricing option. It provides various flexible pricing models which helps in reducing the infrastructure cost in the AWS. First is the on demand. In the on demand, you only pay for the seconds. You only pay for the resource which you use. And it is for perfect for unpredictable workloads where you don't know how much time you need the resource. So you can use the on demand. Next is the reserved instances. You can save the huge cost with the help of reserved instances where you are committed to use the resource for 1 or 3 years. So you will get the big discount which helps in reducing the cost. Next is the spot instances. If you can handle the interruptions, then you can use the stop instances because these instances can go down at any time. So these are basically used for running non-production workloads, but it will save up to 90% is the cost. Testing or dev server, you can use these spot instances or for learning purpose. These instances can be used. These pricing option will make huge impact in your cost. To manage the cost, we should consider these options. So that's all for today's session. Thank you all for joining.